Lael and the Song of the Fiery Heart. Long ago, on the outskirts of a village, lived a beautiful mute girl named Lael. She lived in extreme poverty. Every day, Lael would venture into the forest to gather firewood and sell it at the market for a meager sum. One morning, as she placed her last piece of bread into her bag, the girl set off to collect firewood. Enchanted by the birds' melodious songs, she wandered deeper into the woods than usual, oblivious to her surroundings. Suddenly, Lael noticed a scene unfolding on a hillside, a hawk attempting to capture a tiny salamander. Overcome with pity for the creature, Lael swiftly picked it up and hid it within her bosom. The hawk swooped down, determined to reclaim its prey. Fearfully, Lael fled, trembling with trepidation, yet clutching the cold salamander that chilled her to the bone. Despite her fear, she ran courageously ahead, with the relentless hawk in pursuit. In a desperate move, Lael reached into her bag while running and threw her last piece of bread to the hawk. Only then did her pursuer relent. Darkness fell, and after ensuring that the hawk had departed, Lael gently placed the salamander on the ground, where it vanished into the grass. Exhausted and famished, she struggled to find her way back home. As soon as she crossed the threshold, weakened by hunger and weariness, she collapsed onto the floor and instantly fell asleep. In her dream, the same salamander appeared before her and revealed its true identity as the flame salamander from the kingdom of fire. Grateful for her rescue, the salamander offered to teach Lael the enchanting song of its realm, a song of the fiery heart, born from the flames and flowing directly from the heart of the singer. If one were to sing this song while gazing at a fire, everything cooked upon it would become extraordinarily delicious. However, only those whose hearts burned as fiercely as the flames themselves could sing it. Upon awaking, Lael was astonished by such a dream and, gathering all the necessary items, she set off to gather firewood. Having sold almost everything she had collected in the village, the young girl bought a small amount of flour to bake bread. Just as Lael lit the oven and put the dough inside, she saw tongues of fire in the oven that resembled a salamander. In that moment, the magical song from her dream came to her mind, and miraculously, without even realizing it, the mute girl began to sing. Straight from the Lael's heart flowed a magical song, and to the sound of it, the dough in the oven transformed into a beautiful, delicious and aromatic bread, so enticing that people from the entire village gathered to see what smelled so delectable. Since that day, Lael's fortunes turned for the better. The breads, pies and buns she prepared were quickly snatched up still warm. However, she cooked them in secret, so that no one would hear her enchanting song. Everything would have been fine, but jealous individuals appeared in the village, determined to discover the secret behind the exquisite taste of Lael's baked goods. They sneaked into her house and witnessed Lael preparing bread while humming her song. Horrified, the jealous ones rushed to the village elder and told him that the girl had conspired with demons. Otherwise, how could a mute sing? The villagers were alarmed and decided to burn the poor girl. They came in a crowd without hesitation and set Lael's house on fire. Amidst the flames, Lael found herself in despair, and the magical song poured forth from her heart with renewed strength. At that moment, the very same salamander lizard appeared in the blazing oven and, approaching the girl, transformed into a handsome young man. "Unfortunately, I cannot save you," said the young man. "Not even I can extinguish the fire of human malice and envy. But I can take you with me to the realm of flames, where all those whose hearts burn as passionately as yours live happily and without care. The girl agreed joyfully, and holding hands, they vanished into the tongues of fire. It happened long ago, but even now, if you look closely into the tongues of fire, you can see Lael dancing hand in hand with a beautiful young salamander in the realm of flames to the enchanting sounds of the song of the fiery heart. The Rabbit Reader read for you. Don't forget to subscribe and like. Thank you for watching.